So, the Sliver Swarm Commander Precon decklist has dropped. And after reviewing the contents of this list, I have like a few thoughts in mind. So, is the decklist playable off the box? I mean, yes. Yeah, not that good though. We have a decent selection of slivers in this deck list. We got quite a like about maybe 5 or 6 sliver lords. Anything that boosts attack, that's good. We got two of the mana producing slivers. Well, there are only two mana producing slivers ever. Yeah, and we also got a hive lord, as well as the crystalline sliver. The shroud and indestructible, very solid combination. Okay, diffusion sliver, the sliver that gives everyone pseudo ward. That's great. It is always good to deny your opponents or deny the opponent's resources. They need to pay more to kill a single sliver. That's always great. Of course, the synapse sliver as well as the brood sliver. Draw and token making. Those are always good and fun. Those are harder to find nowadays, and it's very good that they got reprints. So yeah, it's a nice selection of reprinted slivers throughout time. And let's not forget about the new slivers. Hatchery Sliver makes copies in the form of replicate. That's always great. You copy the Sliver Lords because the box does not come with a Sliver Legion. Taunting Sliver goads opponents. That's also great. A lot of people will always pile on the Sliver player, so that keeps them off your back for a while. The lands are also interesting, though they are not exactly great. They are serviceable. From what I can see here, I love the fact that they added lands that are type based or have basic land types, and at least 3 different searches that search basic land types out. Nature's Lore, 3 visits. Those are search for your forests. Farseek, anything else but a forest. Those do well. Um, what I don't like is the fetch lands here because these are the enter the battlefield tapped fetch lands. Yeah. So your budget your budget typed lands here come into play tapped, or a great deal of them do. So that your fetch land comes into play tap, it searches for something that comes into play tap. That's a lot of that's super slow for mana, if you ask me. So I'm not okay with that. Room for improvement, I guess. I also don't like that after reviewing the deck list, the ability of Sliver Grave Mother Encore is an afterthought. There are literally only like 2 cards that dig through or forces you to sacrifice. I think it's only 1 card, Descendant's Fury. Yeah, that forces you to sacrifice slivers to get more slivers. So there isn't much emphasis on putting as many slivers in the grave. So, uh, like I said, Encore looks like an afterthought in this sort of thing. If you want something more specialized that plays to the Grave Mother's strength, you will have to invest in a lot of cards. I also noticed that this being a 5 colored deck doesn't play to all the strengths of each color. There is a severe lack of tutors, and the color black is one of the best tutor in colors. I'm disappointed in that. Instead, we got this for the ancestors. It it reveals the top 6, which is a great scoop. But in the concept that it's a 999 card deck, that's like you probably won't find the sliver you're looking for. And in the case of Synapse Sliver and Capricious Sliver, it looks like they want you to dig through your deck not just search for the key cards. Which I guess can be room for improvement. You can slap on your searches here and there. If you have a bit of money, you can get the Overlord. And mind you, though I love their selection of ramp, Farseek, Nature's Lore, three visits. Um, on the green side, it's not nearly not enough ramp, especially if the deck only contains two plains, two islands, two swamps, two mountains, three forests. Those are the basic lands. You'd probably want a bit more land search for color fixing. And also leaning into the blue side, I also notice there's a lack of protection here in for the slivers. But I guess in the concept of sliver grave mother, you probably don't care for slivers. Kick the bucket. Um, but yeah, it would kind of help if you probably get a counter spell or two. You are blue. Okay. I have um, seen many a five color decks that at least pack a form of counter spell. Because you're blue, you might as well go that extra route. With that said, I like they have at least two destroy all spells, field wipe, board wipe. Yeah, that sort of deal. It's it's nice. Uh, that I have no complaints with. Also, distant melody, tribal draw. Yeah, that's also a nice thought. So yeah, those are my 2 cents worth. My humble opinion after reviewing the deck list. Um, So yeah, again, it's decent selection of slivers. I kind of doubt you can get all the slivers you need because of the lack of search. So those are points to upgrade on. Put search, more ramp, maybe. Get rid of some of the tap lands, especially like there's two of them that enter the battlefield tap and only generate mana for a specific creature type. That's gonna hurt you in the long. I know you're a creature deck, but there are some things that are non-creature that you probably want to play. And of course, yeah. I mean, what I'm gonna do if I get this is just going to get it for parts. I already have a working sliver deck on my end, so yeah. I guess this is more of a I buy this to upgrade my deck sort of deal. Um, But for anyone who's trying to enter the Sliver um, Commander, this is a very easy way for you to get there. A lot of the key slivers are already here. Okay, so that's one of the good points of this deck. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Alright, have a good one.